So yeah.
Oh, hey.
So we just want to check. Actually, you know what? Tell them, hey, make sure y'all share the link if you haven't shared it.
Them or them? All right, you guys, we are live on YouTube on the Split Three Ways channel. If you do have another device, you should be able to see the comments where you are in the portal. But if you want to have your another device, go to YouTube Split Three Ways, and the link should be live. We do have time if you need it to go tinkle and come on back.
I see Bishop just went live.
Yeah, I have him over here too. I got everything.
That part. I'm gonna pull over my tablet right now.
So say like this, you know what, let's drop video number 1 again. You'll be able to know what video number 1 is. What video number? I didn't see your old video.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh my goodness, how is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Can you guys see me? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. I'm glad you can see me. I'm glad you can hear me. I am glad everyone is here tonight. This is Tuesday, November 24th, and welcome to Evolving with Ebony. I am your girl, Ebony, and it has been a wonderful day. Hasn't it been a wonderful day? We've made it to the evening of this new day, and we are grateful. This is the week of thankfulness. This is the week of gratefulness, and we are here. But let's get to it. I'm so excited for tonight. Are you? Wow! Oh, what? We got some folks in the comments. Hey, Sandy. Justin, I see you in there. Oh, my God. Felicia, hey. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. But let's jump into this thing. Welcome to, again, Evolving with Ebony. Tonight's topic is, does a man need a strong woman? I need to hear from you. You, yes, I'm talking to you. I need to hear from you. But as we get started, I'm going to introduce my special guest. I can't wait for you guys to meet this wonderful, beautiful, talented young lady. First off,
She can sing. I did not say sing. I said sing. She can sing. And she has been a gospel background singer for so many artists. She even sang
behind me, y'all. No, I'm just playing. She sang next to me in the choir. I'm just playing. She ain't saying behind me. Never, ever, ever. Don't believe me when I said that. She is an experienced ghostwriter and is the author of Amazon's urban ebook, I Married the Wrong Person. Everyone, please give a round
of applause. Give me some hand claps, some hearts, some thumbs ups for the wonderful, beautiful Tiffany Taylor.
Hey y'all!
Yay! I am so glad you are here tonight, Tiff.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. All right, our next guest. This gentleman, I don't even know where to start. The resume is long. I was looking
for stuff. Y'all was like, what else he got on the list? Jeez. I have director. I have writer. I have producer, videographer, photographer. I mean, just so I was like, dang, what else you gonna do? Aspiring filmmaker. He is also the owner of Win Productions LLC and is in currently Atlanta, Georgia. Is joining us this evening. Everyone, please put your hands together. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts for Win Simmons. Hey, Win.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I am glad you can be here. I am so glad. All right. This gentleman right here is just near and dear to me. Love you so much. I mean, I don't know what he is not doing. But what I do know, he is a thriving business owner of the Big Boy Nation Tacos and is the Crenshaw community activist. Please welcome the great, the powerful King Justin. Give him a round of applause. Give him those thumbs up. Give him those hearts. Welcome. How are you?
It's another day.
You're right. It's another day. And you know what? Since we are here for this day, let's get started. Does a man need a strong woman? Okay, I need the one-word answer before I'm immediately going to jump into this video. I need a one-word answer. Does a man need a strong woman? Tiffany. One-word answer. Okay, Justin.
I believe a man does need a strong woman to be successful. I mean,
I said one-word answer, Justin. One-word answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a little glitch over here.
Yes or no? Justin.
Yes.
Win. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Before we get to the video, let me see if there's anyone else in the comments. All right, it's just our girl Sandy. Thank you. Felicia is still here. I see you, Justin. You're still in there. But please, as you are tuning in, go ahead and let us know where you are from. Give us some highs, some hellos. And watch this. We're going to video number 1. Does a man need a strong woman? All right, special guest, I want you guys to pay attention to this because we need to talk about this.
And what you guys don't realize is it's not you, it's us. You're too strong for us. We don't want a strong woman. We want a weak-minded woman. We want somebody who we can manipulate. We want somebody with low self-esteem. We want somebody that don't have shit, so that way us no good-ass dudes can come along and make you feel like we're king and make you feel like we're giving you something that nobody else has ever given you. So therefore, guess what? You can take care of us. And that's the answer to a lot of you guys' questions. This shit's really simple. You're too strong for us. We don't want a good woman. We want a piece of shit woman that we can try to impress, so that way they can give their all, and we have this mind control, this manipulation control over them. And then you have a lot of women that's asking themselves, well, why am I going through everything that I'm going through? With love, look at your situation. Pay attention to what you're going through. You're not really prepared or ready for love right now. You don't have your shit together. You're from house to house. Your job isn't stable. Your finances are wrecked. And then all of a sudden, some guy comes along who makes you feel good, and you think you got a good man. But the reality is that you're his target. You're his prey. We've been sitting back watching you for a while right now, just trying to wait and see when's the perfect time to step into your life and to make you think that we're God's gift, when reality, we're the worst thing that you could have ever taken.
Did he tell me that I was not ready? That I'm not ready for love? But y'all the weak ones. Anyway, I don't want to say that. I did want to say that. I didn't want to say that. I did. When Tiffany Justin, oh my gosh, does a man need a strong woman? Tiffany, I'm gonna start with you. Does a man need a strong woman? I need to hear from you.
Well, I said earlier that no, they don't need a strong woman, and I believe that. I really believe, because sadly, this is how some men think, that they just want somebody to be weak-minded. And when I say you don't need to be strong, I mean you don't have to be weak if you're not strong. I mean, so you don't necessarily have to be weak in order to be by a man's side. But sadly, some men do think like that, that they don't need, they just want that weak-minded person just so they can feel better. And it actually makes them feel better. It makes them have their, hierarchy. It makes them actually be successful in life if their woman is kind of like weak behind them. So they don't need them. So they just, look for those type of women. Now, on the flip side of that, if a real man does need a strong woman, and they definitely need somebody that's going to be on their side and actually help them to succeed and just prosper and do everything that they need to do. And I think they need the strong women in their life, but the other people, they don't need them in their life, and they still can be successful.
I got. You see how my eyes rolling and my lips is popping, and how I got an attitude, and he ain't even my dude. Like, what do you got to say about your boy? That's your boy.
It seems like he's a little bitter and a little upset about a lot of things. Things don't go his way. It seems that was his perspective on it. But if a man needs a woman to be weak or inferior to him, that's an insecurity thing. Whether you're a man or woman, you want to be compatible with somebody, and you want somebody to hold you accountable. And if strength is equated to independence and able to have confidence, stand on our own, have our own opinion, then if that's what you're equating strength to, and a man doesn't want that, that means he's too insecure and intimidated.
He weak.
And his pride.
Sure. Is that? Yeah, he's weak. He's weak.
I'm sorry.
That means he's weak. Yes.
Well, if he has character flaws and insecurities, it could be a sign of weakness. But he does need to work on things so he can better himself to get stronger. In the say of, because you don't want anybody to have to compare yourself and make them and belittle them, make them inferior to feel strong and to feel superior. You want to be on equal footing, whether you're a man or a female. Some women want a traditional man where they're kind of the man is the breadwinner, and she wants to stay in the house and be a homemaker and raise the children.
We ain't gonna even talk about making bread. Oh my gosh.
And sometimes if a woman makes too much money, more money than him, again, that's his insecurities. Right, it's his pride. He feels as though, so if you're going to be with somebody, you want to be on equal footing, spiritually and emotionally, and be compatible in that sense. So no one feels as though they're inferior or superior. Now, there are women who like to take the back seat, who like for their man to run things. Now, if it's a genuine love for that, then that's cool. But if it's like negative and toxic, and he's breaking her down in a negative way, then that's not healthy, and that's not
right. We ain't got time for the breaking down. I agree with you, Justin. What did you think about your boy? As you and Wynn's boy.
Hey, let me tell you.
I don't even know him.
He just gave it all to you though. But like he said, talking about compatible, you just got to be compatible. I just feel like a man, if you're strong, you're going to need a strong woman. I don't feel like them staying home or anything has to do with them being strong or weak. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But at the end of the day, that was a little embarrassing on the men's side of what that guy was saying in the video. That was like
he kind of made y'all look bad.
He's made his bed. That's all I'm gonna say about that one.
I guess I didn't like the fact.
All, so I don't got a lot to say because Wynn said it all.
All right, Wynn. Okay. Whatever.
That part.
That guy got on my nerves. I kind of felt like he put all women in one basket. Like we all stupid. Like we all weak. Like we all don't think. Like none of us have no jobs. Like we don't. Like we're not independent thinkers. Like we don't know what to do with ourselves. And because we are like that, you all like that. Because we don't know how to think for ourselves. Because we don't know what to do. We're always the damsel, then that's what you guys like. That's, I kind of, what? I do feel like men maybe that way. I do. You mean to tell me? I feel.
Make a blanket statement.
I think men definitely feel that I don't think they want this. I don't think all men want this. I really don't think that. I do think there is a this or this.
Well, depending on who you're looking for.
What do you mean? Depending on who?
If he doesn't want to put you on equal footing, and you want to take that role, let him lead, or be second, then great. But there are men who want someone to be equal and want to be able to depend on that woman if in case things fall off for him. Like if she's so dependent on him. If he loses his shit, excuse my French, but
no, you're good.
His money and his job, but this whole time she has nothing going on for herself. Then what they gonna do?
Well, I think that all has to do for finances. But what makes them equal? You said most. What makes them this? What makes them have equal footing? I don't. What if she wants to stay home? What if she does not want to do anything? Does that make her equal?
Well, what makes her equal is what makes them, what works for them. Because I know a lot of couples who have that stability where they can say, he's going to go out and go to work, and I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to take care, tend to the kids, and make sure that the house runs, and that works for them. And that's exactly what that man wants. He wants someone to come home and take care of the kids and tend to the home. He don't necessarily want her to be the breadwinner. He wants her to be the nurturer. And if that works for him, that's exactly what she was born to do, and that's exactly what he was born to do. It works. It works. And then you have some households that the man wants to stay home and tend to
where they do that at? Where they do that at? What man want to stay home? When you staying home? Justin, you staying home? No. You making eggs and bacon and toast?
No, but if that's what I wanted to do, why can't I do that?
What?
Man,
what man putting the apron on?
I know.
If she's making the money, and then I have to take a backseat and take care of the kids and take care of them, that's what I'm willing to do to make this work. I cannot be too prideful and say I ain't washing no dishes. I'm not cooking food. And she comes home from working 12 hours, and then I'm waiting for her to cook. That's not fair.
Oh, so you be soccer daddy?
If I gotta be, it's a partnership.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
And it makes them equal.
Like, Venus says, why put all men in one box?
Who said that?
Venus said, why put all men
We ain't trying to be funny. Why not put men in all in one box? We asked them, does a man need a strong woman? Apparently they do. Well, not Wynn and Justin boy, the video that we just played him, he needs somebody that's weak-minded. He needs somebody that can't think for themselves. He needs somebody that can't go to the bathroom by themselves. That's
me in the car with the buddy.
I'm just saying. I'm just
He
saying.
wants to be controlled.
I want a strong woman who's career oriented, who's driven, who's ambitious,
Hmm.
and who has an opinion. You know, that's what I'm looking for ultimately in a
What you say,
you
Win?
know
Did you say you were single?
you know it's, you know we don't have to go there.
I'm just teasing with you. I'm just teasing with you. I do want to hit some of the comments though. Sandy Paula says he made women seem desperate and weak. That gentleman definitely did that. Felicia Martin says, I wonder how is his relationship with him and his parents. That is a good question because for a man to think certain things, you would think he's seen that before. You would think he saw that play out in most likely his household or on the streets, or how a woman doesn't have any worth. Also, A1 the A-hole says, we need women to be strong where we need them to be strong, not the woman's idea of being strong. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. A1 the A-hole, what do you mean by that? Also, A1 the A-hole says, you on point when that makes sense. If he is in the relationship role, in the leadership role, that's the decision he is making. That's true. That's true. Venus Cooper
What
says,
is this retail?
you said what? His retail. What'd you say, Justin?
I said, what is this retail?
No,
I said
Woody.
leadership role.
There you go. Venus says that sounds like a man who is breaking females down. And the policeman says, "Hey, Win, she's just joking." But I do feel, I do feel that women should not be broken down. I do feel that I don't know if they are necessarily or all the time here, you know, equal all the time because let me see, how can I say this? I have a traditional sense in relationships. I do think there is this because if I want me wanting someone to lead me, I'm not going to have the last say. Now, I'll be able to give my input, but I feel like I may not have the last say or, to be able to make that decision and put the stamp on whatever the decision will be for our life for whatever that reason. So that's why I feel like, you know what? I don't know if it's here all the time. I just think it may be, depending on what it is, I kind of think it may, be a little off. That's just me, though. That's just me. I don't want anyone to feel like they're not valued in a relationship. I don't want anyone to feel like that one is better than the other. That's not what I'm saying. But I just don't feel that it's all the time equal.
And it's not black and white. It's shades of gray. I think it's just like if a woman can be a leader and stronger emotionally, because he's not able to express himself emotionally. I never learned to express himself emotionally, and she's able to lead him in that aspect. And then maybe he can lead her financially. Maybe she was never good with her money.
That's good. That's good. You're right.
Saying that all women are good with their money, but that's another conversation. But in different departments, one can lead, one can follow, and I think that has to be understood and respected. But again, if you have too much pride and ego, and you're insecure about a lot of shit, it won't work at all.
I agree, 100%. Sometimes.
With desire too, though. That comes with desire too, because I think I'm a little traditional as well. I want to be in a relationship where I can walk alongside my man, but know that he is the head. And if I'm in the right relationship and I'm continuing down this road, I know that he's not steering me wrong. So I know that even when it comes to that part of if he's down emotionally, I can pick him up and I can encourage him to get back on his square where he needs to be, which is the head and the king of the castle. I can do that from time to time where he lacks that, but still in the back of my mind knowing he's still the head,
Mm-hmm.
and he's leading us as he follows God.
So
That's
being
just me, though.
strong, being a strong woman is being able
To hold up where your mate cannot. Yeah?
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Vice versa. I get you. Okay. Next question. You're right, Felicia. It is a partnership. Next question. Can a man handle a strong woman? Again, can a man handle a strong woman? And I want to go to video number 2. All right, guests, I want you guys to look at this video as well, and we'll talk about this.
Here we
Strong
go.
women tend to be emotionally defensive and they are constantly looking out for tomfoolery. They are often single mothers, career oriented, entrepreneurs, business owners, educated, or they're very skilled. They get things done. So they really don't have time to invest in something or someone that isn't going to give them some type of return. So a lot of times they're not willing to jump right into romantic relationships emotionally. For this reason, many strong women, many independent women are single for long periods of time. Because in some ways she has to feel comfortable enough to show vulnerability. The issue is that weak men tend to feed on strong women in hopes to provide them some false sense of strength. He likes that you're career oriented, that you're strong, that you're an entrepreneur, that you are educated and skilled. He loves all this. He loves that you are all of these things. But he knows he is in no position to be someone's husband or long-term committed partner. Because in reality, he knows that he doesn't have a lot of those characteristics that makes the woman strong. In fact, he may feel he is worthless, and he often complains about how life is not working out for him. He actually needs the strong woman for validation.
So he's weak, preying on her strength. Ah, yeah, Justin. Oh my goodness. This Tiffany girl, what you think about Tiffany home girl?
I want to hear what the women say about this before I respond.
Ooh, no, you didn't. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. Because you said that was our boy, but that's your girl. Let's hear what you got to say.
Okay. I'll throw it to Tim. Come on, Tim.
Let me say. Let me see.
I think for both videos, I think they are coming from an insecure place. I don't think that these are I mean, they're probably valid, opinions and advice that they have, but again, you got to look at where their background come from. What type of men is she looking at that cannot handle a strong woman? I mean, the people that I'm around, they don't just prey on strong women. They're a builder up of the black woman and make them even stronger than what they are, and they know how to counteract it. They know how to deal with a strong woman. And all my life, I've watched my father deal with a strong woman. I've watched my uncles deal with strong women. So again, we got to ask where these people, what type of surroundings are they coming from?
What part of earth do they live on?
What part? I mean, because I know some men in my life that knows how to deal with strong women and knows how to validate a strong woman and make them even stronger than what they are.
Okay, Justin. Tossing it back to you.
I think she just sugarcoating. She should have said what I said. What she was saying is embarrassing from a woman. I just believe, like I'm saying, it's about being compatible. If you a weak
Yeah.
guy, a weak woman is gonna be your what you guys got to be compatible with. A strong woman and a strong man will be compatible because y'all both have something to offer each other. A business minded guy and a business minded woman, they're gonna work. But a guy who's not about his business and a strong woman, it's like I believe he is gonna be able to handle her, but is she gonna want him?
When? What do you think? Can a man handle a strong woman?
Just to piggyback on Justin, he hit it on the head when it comes to compatibility and how you match up well. But to talk about the video, she did bring up the point of a weak man, sucking the life energy out of a woman who has her own place, who has her own thing going on. Now, there are those type of people out there,
Absolutely.
men and women. And you just have to find which ones are genuine and who are there for you. And another point that she made was that a man may not feel, adequate enough to keep up with, if your woman do have it going on.
So if she a boss, he can't keep up with the boss, but he like her being a boss.
If he's secure enough and respects her enough, then he'll be able to follow suit. Now, if he's not, then it's gonna mess with his spirit. Now, a point that she had made was like if she's taking care of the bills and she's buying this and doing for him, and he feels inadequate because he's not doing what he wants to do or getting his career going, and may eat away at him. If he's not strong enough to know, like, look, if my career isn't doing well, let me find a way to stimulate her and help her and make sure, wherever she's lacking, I can pick up, right? Because if she's taking care of A, B, and C, let me take care of D, E, F. Right. Okay.
Get them alphabets, Wayne. Get them alphabets. Absolutely.
So again, it's about insecurities, and you pick up where someone else falls off at, and if you guys believe in each other, you guys are going the course the same. You guys are on the same plan. If you guys are compatible, like Justice says.
I think it takes time to find compatibility. I think it happens in conversations. I think it happens in time spent. It should be a natural thing that happens, but I feel like what she was speaking of is like the guy was preying on this woman because he loves the fact that she has it all. He doesn't have too much of anything, but to be in the presence of a woman that has everything, he feels good. I kind of feel like he's cheating. I don't like the fact that it's like he's not bringing nothing to the table. He's like, oh yeah, I'm dating a boss. Oh, I'm dating she got this, she got that. Now I'm looking like, what hell's fine? What you got? What you doing? I'm sorry, I'm getting notes and stuff from the producer. I'm trying to do 5 things at one time. But that's how I feel about that situation with the young lady. I kind of feel like he's a moocher. I kind of feel like he doesn't have anything going on in his life. I don't, that's what I feel about.
And that's on her to realize that. She has to have discernment and know if somebody is using her.
That's true.
Now, if he may be using him, it's about compromise, and some women put up with a lot of stuff and still stay with a man. A man can be cheating, he can't have no job, he ain't got no car, he ain't got no money. But if you're putting it down in the bed right, she'll stick around.
What? You know what I'm saying? He got that far and he ain't got no money.
It happens.
Wait a minute.
It happens.
Because if
he ain't at least took me somewhere to eat. What?
He took taking McDonald's, get a supersize.
No, he didn't say supersize.
But what she's looking for in him is not so much that stability and security, but somebody when she come home, he there to hold her down where she needs to be held down at, and not so much the bills and taking her on trips because she just
the companionship. Is that what you're saying?
That intimacy, that and if he's meeting those requirements, then she'll put up with it. That's
what? Based on. Are you serious in these dating streets? No, I think after a while. I didn't say they wouldn't put up with it. But I just don't think it lasts extra. Well, I can't say all instances, but I cannot believe that a woman will go months upon months and a year upon a year just getting that sexual healing and nothing else. That's all that man is bringing to the table, and that's all he wants, like just the companionship, just to sit there and Netflix and chill. No, that gets old.
It will eventually get old. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at some women who just put the intimacy part on the rest of the other stuff that they need regarding the stability and the encouragement and all of that. Some women just need that intimacy level, and it don't even have to be. You'll be surprised at some. It don't even have to be public. You don't even have to be my man. You come and in the middle of the night and then just satisfy that particular need. You will go ahead and put up with it for years, for months, for however long
I can believe. Okay. I'm thinking like this is some type of relationship they have, and that's the only thing he's bringing to the table. I'm like, whoa, if we
is something a little bit more than just that. No, that gets old. But before, when you are getting some love in these comments, they're like, yes, when you tell the truth, discernment is the key. And Benny's like, say it again, when I guess. Excuse me, you too. Sandy says, and no D in the world that good. Amen, Sandy. Goodness, just for the Netflix and chill, just for the companionship? No, at least, well.
I mean, the way you putting this, almost it sounds like there aren't those men, the prototypical, the guy that has everything, right? So women would typically. What was settle, right, and put up with whatever they have to put up with. and just to satisfy the idea of being with somebody instead of
not being by themselves.
And learning that person and learning what their flaws and their, those things are. And about 3-6 months, and you already saying you love the person, and you want to get married, you want to move in with that person.
You love them. You wait. What you love?
People don't be telling each other they love you in 3 months.
No, I'm not saying that. But in this particular situation, you only loving him or her because you guys are having sex. That does not bring about love. That's love. Good, Justin. Is that? I can't hear you, Justin. Are you muted? Is that love, Tiffany? Is that? Whoa, Win, you are taking me aback right now. Are you serious?
Some people have their own definition of love, but it can be disguised as love because you're all caught up in the
gush. Okay.
When all that dissipates and you're looking at this man who's been sleeping on your couch for 3 months, ain't got no job, but he there. He might tacos on Tuesday.
We good.
But again, you got to ask yourself who you are and what you want, and so what someone can offer you.
Felicia is saying in these comments, that's because she doesn't know her worth, and if a guy knows that, then he will manipulate her for his selfish reasons. You are absolutely right, Felicia. Sandy says, say that again, Felicia. Felicia also says, first of all, Mr. Wynn should not be single. Laugh out loud. Being as people moving fast and reckless out here in these dating streets, ain't they? Goodness gracious. Yeah. I didn't know it was. This is serious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Question number three. Why is she so strong? Again, why is she so strong? This is about women being too strong. In 2020, women still gotta be strong. You mean there ain't no man?
She gotta be.
Why she gotta be so strong? Why she gotta be a bodybuilder, Tiffany?
Because I seen a commercial that says this whole country has built the man is all pansies.
What?
Right now they are. The men are not like they used to be when I was growing up. You don't see the same type of caliber of man out here no more. You just don't. So now women have to pick up the slack.
I had a friend tell me that the men nowadays got a little feminine. They're a little feminine. They're not as as they used to be. They carrying handbags and stuff. I was like, they ain't doing that out here.
Ain't no more handyman. Ain't no
plumbers. Ain't no electricians.
No.
What you want? What you want to say, Win? What you want to say, Win?
The whole thing about men aren't the same as they used to be, but women aren't the same as they used to be.
Ooh, no, he didn't, Tim. No, he didn't.
In the sense, like if we're talking about the traditional man and traditional woman, pre-1980, women were submissive. Women didn't have a say. They barely had rights. They couldn't compete, and they were okay with. I don't know if they were okay with, but that was just the status quo. That was the norm, and so there was this shift where women are taking the lead and having CEO jobs and having their own business, and so if you're acquiring strength with education, entrepreneurial skills, and all that, then there's a shift. It's like there isn't that traditional woman, so you're not gonna get that traditional man. And that's just how, it is when we evolve as humanity,
I think it's systematic. I think it was systematic. I think it started I agree with you, Win. It started a long time ago. Women were a certain type of submissive. They absolutely were, but I think it was systematic from when our men were taking out the home, drugs infiltrated our communities, infiltrated our communities. I think it was like now the woman has to play part A and she has to play part B. And it's been going on for, I would say, 2 generations now. So my generation X, and then millennials, they're sort of getting it together, but I just feel like between the boomer and X, that's kind of where we fell off because of the things that were happening, at least to black people. I think that's where the black homes sort of fell off. So our traditions, how we were taught, how we were all raised the same, that's no more. Grandmothers are younger. I just think it's a whole different livelihood, a whole different thought process. The child raising a child, that is so true. That was true for us. So I think the question, why is she so strong, is because we had to play part 1 and part 2, and Dad was playing part 1.5. I think that's what it is. I mean, and can we attest to that? Was Mom strong in your life, Win? Has Mom been strong in your life, Justin? Has Mom been strong in your life, Tiffany? And was Dad always 1 and always 2, or was he kind of like 1.5?
Right.
It was. Yeah, in my household, my mom was a strong Black woman, but also my dad was my stepfather, as well as my dad. My dad and my mom got divorced when I was 4 years old, and she was able to get remarried and find another man that was able to come in and take on her and her 3 kids and be just as strong, allow her to be just as strong in her role when it comes to church, when it comes to her career, when it comes to raising her children. And he was also that man that was a strong,
I'm still here, y'all.
He was a strong man for her and for her children, and knew how to make sure that he knew how to handle her being in her place and her knowing her role.
When, what about you? Like, how, was that for you as well? Was Mom 1 and 2, and Dad was like 1.5? So it makes sense to the question, why is she so strong?
I would say Mom was 1 and 2, and Dad was a half. She was definitely the one that I give all credit to, who raised me. And if we're particularly talking about Black women, Black women has to be the strongest woman ever, if you ask me. The American Black woman, just because what they had to endure historically.
Yes.
And just in our culture, I look at the Black woman is the leader of our demographic, if that makes any sense. Most of the time in every race or culture, the man is the leader, where in ours it's the woman. The man looks towards the woman, for security and for safety and for a place because of what history has done to the Black man. So they had to take on that role and be strong and be 1 and 2, and to raise their kids differently than our counterparts. Because, as a Black child back in the day, if you go out and you act up, you may not come back. So you had you were taught different things, and that Black mother was the one teaching you all that. And not taking credit from the Black man, but historically, the Black woman had to keep it together, because systemically, the Black man has been beaten up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you guys take on that burden. Y'all understand? It's like, okay, if the Black woman get up and go to work, she got 3 kids that she got to feed, and even though that Black man has been having a hard time getting a job for whatever reason, she understands that.
Right.
She will hold on that whole burden, because it's embedded in her, and that's just based generationally. And so, yes, the Black woman has to be strong, or we as a race wouldn't have succeeded. That makes sense.
Justin, I'm going to engage you because I actually need the millennial perspective, but I gotta hit these comments. Felicia said, at A1 the A-hole, I'm just speaking from the certified life coach perspective. Teach us, Felicia, teach us. Sandy says, maybe she is so strong because she had to do both. The man and the woman, which is what we were talking about. Sandy also says, maybe she was a single mother and had to be the father also, because there was no male role models for her children as well. And A-hole A1 the A-hole is, of course, agreeing with Win. Win, everybody agreeing with you in these comments.
I don't know. I probably did not tell him to agree with me.
A1 the A-hole says, women are running the damn house and want a good man. Ooh, I felt like that was a jab. Like that was a ooh. Venus Cooper says she been through a lot in her life. Being strong doesn't mean she is being headstrong all the time. I agree. Felicia, I understand what Mr. Wynn is saying. Of course, A1 A-hole is like, yeah, Felicia. I think A1 A-hole Felicia kind of going back and forth in the comments.
Right.
A1, women don't know how to listen. All they do now is master being the side chicks. No, he didn't just say we were side chicks. Are you for real? A1 to A-hole? I cannot. I cannot. I'm gonna skip that. I don't believe that, and I will not agree to that. Sandy says, "When I win. I wanna hate on the first part of that comment, but my brothers literally just told me this past weekend that it is hard to find good women because nowadays they don't know how to be women. You think that's true? Like we really don't know how to be that feminine, like a woman. We always have to do this. We always gotta do this. Like we always have to get our point across. Like we always have to be right. Is that kind of what you guys?
Right.
Why you get?
I mean, you might be asking person. I like an opinionated woman. I like to debate. I like it's not combative. It's not argumentative, but if she has an opinion, I want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't necessarily mean she's not a woman.
Right.
A woman and having a certain perspective and attitude is different. Like a woman is a woman.
Yes.
You can't take away from being a woman. Her womanly ways is something that
I'm a woman.
Now, if her attitude is too much for a man or her independence is too much for a man, then he just may need to find a woman who's not as independently, driven or got her own opinion.
Agreed.
There's women out there.
There's women out there.
That's back to being competitive.
I was just gonna say, Justin, I need the millennial perspective. So for your home, like the question, why is she so strong? Was mom 1 and 2 for you, and dad was 1.5? Like how does that statement, or that question really ring true to you? In your, for your generation.
My mom was always strong. Right. My mom in my house was always strong. She divorced my dad when I was about 2. I grew up in a household with a stepdad who wasn't engaged. I don't know if I was because I was a stepkid or I don't know what the reason was, but she was the all-around strongest. So she used to joke and say, "I'm your mama and your daddy."
Ooh.
So I mean, I grew up in that household to where I still talk to my dad and everything, but because she was 5 kids, basically she was the breadwinner by herself.
That's what made her strong.
Right. God did bless her to have a good job, and we didn't struggle. So she was that strong woman, and she still is to this day.
Oh
for
my
me,
gosh.
growing up cold and seeing how my mom is strong, I kind of tend to lead towards that type of woman. I don't lead towards a woman who's like that guy said, kind of like weak and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't raised that way, so.
You had male figures, so you actually saw good male figures in your life, but mom was that breadwinner. Mom had to be strong. Mom made sure the bills were paid. She made sure that the wheel went round and round, huh? She did that.
Right. And like Wynn say, in the black community, the woman is the leader. Mm-hmm. So it's like
isn't that
like normal?
I don't. Not that I don't. The woman being the leader. Not that we can't lead. I love strong women. Right. I love women leaders. But should we be the one at the top leading the people? Should we?
I'm not the one sexist. So I mean,
are you calling me sexist? Is that what you just said to me?
I don't know if the opinion was
misogynistic.
I mean, you can't discriminate. I mean,
I'm not discriminating, but is and this is from the traditional standpoint, Tiff. I mean, what do you think from the traditional standpoint? Can the woman be that for the entire race? Is that
for a family or for?
Well, we've seen it done for a family before. Like
I mean, because
Justin just said it for the black, for black people, the woman is the leader. Right now, that's true because of the role that she had to play. But should it be that way?
If there's an absence of leadership and she has it in her to be that leader, I believe automatically she should just step up and do what needs to be done. Okay. In the absence, because I'm traditional here too. And the first thing I'm thinking of.
I'm like, where are you at?
Head of the house.
What I gotta talk to the people for?
Then what's happened? But
why can't you talk to
that
them?
rings true.
Not that I can't.
Everywhere.
That you're right, Tiffany. And when not that I can't talk to the people, but I'm like, dang. Oh,
People
I
respond to a man that can lead them. We do. They respond in droves. They respond in power. They respond in consistency. They respond,
It's because
they
it's
they
that
compel others.
because everybody's thinking the way you're thinking, and the status quo
right.
was that women couldn't make those phone calls and take
I'm
care of
not saying that we can't, but I want to. What I'm saying is I want to see
As a
that.
oh,
Did he just call me out? Y'all ain't got nothing to
it's
throw. Just you. Oh no,
I
you did.
believe
Where's the comments? Can somebody throw something at Justin in the comments, please?
we we virtual right now. But I believe it's based upon how you were raised. Like if you were raised where your mom is that strong, you gonna kind of like I guess like pull towards that. If you were in a household where your dad was that strong, you're gonna pull towards a woman's gonna pull towards a male. So we're back to that being compatible because it's just based upon how you were raised.
So broken
Like I said,
homes, broken homes
unfortunately, a
break
lot of the time,
traditions or break
I could
unity.
say I would say in the black community that it happens often. The dad is just not around or just don't put his input in. That's just the norm for the black community.
All right, I done got hot shoes. I'm shining and all kind of stuff. Woo! Justin they called me. Oh, Wynn didn't call me. What you call me, Wynn? Oh my God, misogynist. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Oh my goodness. Okay, we gonna go to
You're not OG
what?
Sandy. OG
Don't be coming for Sandy on the show. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna hit these comments really quick. A1 said, Felicia, clearly you the strongest woman in the chat, and you are married because God got in my spirit and told me you are. All of a sudden, A1 the A-hole got the spirit of the Lord. He done told Felicia she married. Women, listen to Felicia. That's what A1 the A-hole says. Fellas, watch out. Felicia's in the building. Felicia says, thank you so much for the compliment, A1 to A-hole. I am a single mother of 2 boys and an entrepreneur. No player over here. I am just focused and waiting on my heavenly Father to send my husband. And Sandy says, throwing her shoe at A1 to A-hole. Oh my gosh. It is going up in these comments. Okay. Here, question number 4. Will he step up? I'm sorry. Will he step up to the challenge? Will the man step up to the challenge? I want you guys to look at this video and let me know what you think. Will he step up to the challenge? Here we go.
Today we live in a time where men want to become more feminine and women want to become more masculine. And it's not fucking working. It just is not working. I mean, if you really look at it, we got men today that are not capable of taking care of themselves and providing for their family without a second income. And that to me is pretty fucking pathetic. And again, I guess it depends on where you live, but even if you lived in a place where the rent was higher or your mortgages were higher, you figure the man would still be able to do a little bit more, achieve a little bit more, and be able to still earn enough to be able to provide for his family. Even if that took taking 2 or 3 jobs.
Woo! So in other words, y'all ain't doing enough, men. Now, okay, Justin, what you got for me? What you think? That's your boy.
I do feel that he when he started off he said that more men are being feminine. I guess we are in a time to where I guess guys are starting to I don't know whatever they do the feminine side. But speaking from my friends who I hang out with and the guys that I come with, ain't none of that. Or I can say first with that. So I'm still sticking to my point to where I do believe that a guy can step up. It just depends on is that what he's looking for? Is he compatible? Um, that's what I'm sticking with.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want? If that's not what you want, you can't go to the store and say, oh, well, I'm gonna get this even though I don't like it.
Mhm.
Like you can't go when you with a woman and you see that she doesn't she does stuff that's maybe a pet peeve and it's not working for you. You're not gonna keep seeing her unless you just won't you just want to get to the cat, that type of thing.
Fat that
You just
cat, huh?
that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, a, a man knows what he wants. So at the end of the day,
Hmm.
if he wants that strong woman, he can step up to the challenge and meet her needs, and she's gonna meet his needs.
When
That's
what you
what I can
got?
say.
When what you got? Your boy saying you need to be doing it. Whatever it takes to make sure you got her, you supposed to be doing it. And before you answer, when if anyone has your devices and they're up loud, turn them down a little bit lower because I'm getting some feedback. I'm so sorry. I'm getting just a little bit of feedback. Turn your device down if it's up loud on your end. When are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What you got to say about your boy? Your boy is saying that you need to do whatever it takes to make sure that woman is taken care of. And apparently y'all ain't been doing it. What you got to
Here you
say?
go again talking about y'all.
Y'all, stop throwing. This is not the men in the box.
Shit.
Not
But
so.
We in the box when we in the box.
Not
I'm
so.
trying to get out the box. I don't know how I got in this box. I'm gonna bust this box
Ebony
open.
done put
I'm gonna
tape on
free.
this.
You and me gonna get free in a minute, Justin. Just hold on. Just
That
hold
part.
on.
That part.
The question.
Will he step up to the challenge?
If it's a challenge that he set for himself, yes. If it's a challenge that was forced upon him by his girl, probably not. Like Justin said, a man knows what he wants. He's gonna go after it. Now, if he doesn't know what he wants, or she's convincing him of some stuff, and he's like fighting with his feelings, and he doesn't know, he may not fully, make that goal come to fruition or that challenge, meet that challenge. But if it's something that he wants, if he wants that wife, if he wants that house, he's gonna do whatever he has to take to do it. And I don't know if femininity has anything to do with it, but
Right.
He's saying y'all ain't strong, y'all ain't got it, y'all carrying tote bags, and y'all ain't getting these jobs out here.
I don't understand why femininity and strength are like.
I think it does. I don't. I think because the men aren't standing up to the challenge, just like you guys aren't. You guys are no longer the head of the household. That's why he's saying you guys are girls.
But what is that to masculinity?
But that's everything that has to do with that has everything to do with it, because the woman is now doing that. She would not have to do that if men did not step up to the challenge. Yes, I think to an extent it does. Well, I'm a woman because I was born a woman, but in order for me to dumb down that masculinity, I don't want to take on part two. I'm only supposed to be part one, and part two been missing because y'all part one, y'all 1.5 or 0.5.
But that's if you believe in gender roles. If you believe that people, go ahead, Justin.
I think this is a good time to read A1's comment that I think you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I missed it. Go ahead.
He said, "Women want to wear the pants. Keep your damn dress on."
I agree 100%. But guess y'all want me to talk to the masses. Y'all want me to talk to the crowd, to the community. I'm like, well, where he at? Why can't he talk to the community? And I go sit down somewhere, and then I'll just be back there passing out the programs and passing out the cupcakes and the punch for after y'all get finished talking. That's all I'm saying is.
And do you see that as a weak? But isn't that a weakness?
No, I think remember I told you I don't think all the time we're here. Sometimes we do this. So if he has to be the front and I be in the back, I'm okay. If I have to do this and I just don't think all the time it's equal. I think it's it's somewhat of, a balance. I just don't, and I did hear somebody talk about gender roles. We ain't gonna even get into that.
Yeah, no, I said that. Like if you believe in gender roles,
what gender roles or what? What you got to say?
Hold on. Tiffany says she's more traditional. So the traditional thing is women do certain things and guys do certain things and men don't do certain things and women do certain things. That's the traditional type relationship.
I don't want to drag the cash. I don't want to drag the trash cans to the curb.
I
and I
don't.
got a
I do
man.
not.
I don't want to do that. That is a role I do not want, Justin and Win. Can y'all take out the trash for me? I got the dishes. I'ma just scrape everything in the trash can.
If
Just
you wash
take it
the
on now.
dishes, I'll take the trash out. But then next week, I'm gonna wash the dishes and you take the trash
There
out.
you go.
I'm not taking the trash
I'm
out.
not taking the
I'm not
trash out
taking the
because
Don't
there's a
trash out.
raccoon on top of this trash can, and I ain't going outside with the raccoon on the trash
Well, don't
can.
you throw trash
He
in the
gonna be
trash
want the
looking at
can?
me.
raccoon to attack me.
Oh, so you scared of the
Let's
raccoon?
get it going.
We
You
both
throw trash in the
scared.
trash can?
So I'm gonna stand at the front door, and you go hold the trash, and you go put in the trash. I got you. I'm gonna leave the door open. How about that?
Hold the
Let me
door
just
or
Don't
say
you,
this.
something.
Justin
Ebony,
made a good point, though. Justin, you
trash
made
in
a
the
good
trash
point
can?
earlier when you said you and your guys. I think that has a whole lot to do with it. It depends on who you surround yourself with. My mama told me when I was in college, when I felt like I was just dating the wrong person all the time. The first thing she asked me was, who are you attracting? Whoever you surrounding yourself by, that's who you're gonna get attracted to. If that's not who you want, get from around those people and those
Mm,
people that surround those people.
mm,
If you surround yourself with like-minded people as well as friends, not just other men that you want to attract, but if you surround yourself with the friends that attracting those type of people that you have as men, that's what you're gonna have. That's a good point that you made up, Justin, about the people that you hang
I
around,
got
you and your guys.
good point, Justin. That was good. I gotta give it to you. You're right, too. You're right, Jess. I have to hit this comment though. Felicia says, "Oh my." They are tripping in the comments. A1, the A-hole says, Felicia! And then Felicia was like, A1, the A-hole! And then A1 was like, he probably gay or metrosexual. Men step up, but you can't tell us what strong is, the man's definition. And the woman's aren't different. We don't follow you. You follow us. This is about to turn into a dating game, Felicia. I'm about to send you my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and email address. I'm like, what is they talking about? All I know is Justin and Win is winning right now. Why we gotta have a competition, A1? Why we gotta have a competition? Can me and Felicia come on the show next week? We got to get into this conversation. Yes, like mindedness. So apparently Felicia and A1 and A-hole got the same kind of mind and they need to be in on this conversation. They are going up in the comments. Oh my goodness. But I do want to
Call
say,
in?
yeah, you know what? I want to see if that can happen. Producer, can the link be put in the comments so that we can add someone to the conversation? Would you guys mind someone jumping in on the conversation? Do you guys mind that at all?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
you do
ahead. Go
mind?
ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna say, dang, Justin, you mind? You're supposed to say no, Justin. Dang.
I do mine. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, you said the right answer.
This is my conversation.
Oh my gosh, but I do want to say I think it's been a long time since men have stepped up to whatever the challenge is. I think they're getting back to that, but I think it has not been seen. There's the link in the comments. So if you want to be a guest, a live guest, please tap on that comment and we will allow you to come in. But back to question number 4: Will he step up to the challenge? It's a I don't know for me. I don't think every man is built to step up to the challenge, but I do agree with the fact that if he wants that woman, he will step up to that challenge. He will do whatever he needs to do to make sure that she is in his arms. Do you agree with that, Wayne? Do you agree with that, Justin? I think that.
Well,
I agree.
if you as a woman accepts any man, then of course any man's not going to adjust to who you are. But vice versa with a man, as a woman, you have to know what you want, and I don't know. Do you just want to be friends with benefits, or do you want a real relationship?
Right. That's it. I think that comes
That's
with
what that.
conversation. That comes in time. You're
Right.
right about that.
Right.
Absolutely. Does a man need a strong woman? Is your answer still yes? Is your answer still no? Like, has your perspective changed? Like, Tiff, does a man need
No.
a strong woman?
No, my perspective hasn't changed. I just feel like if this is the person that he wants to be, and he, like he said, is not up to the challenge of stepping up. Most men don't want that. Most men don't want to be that strong man. If you
Oh,
don't want to be that strong man and you just want to be comfortable in your insecurities that you're already in and want that weak-minded woman, no, you're not going to need a strong woman. You can
oh
stay right there.
gosh. Go ahead and stay on the toilet.
Oh, stay right there.
Stay right there on the toilet.
Hmm.
I was going to say something, but I totally forgot my statement. Dang it. Jeez Louise. Oh man, it had to do with I do. I talked to some gentlemen earlier today, and they were older boomers. And I asked them the question. I said, "Does a man need a strong woman?" And he gonna say, yeah and no. He's like, I don't want no woman that can pick up no more than 25 pounds. I was like, you know what? You're right about it, because I'm only picking up 10 pounds, and I'm telling him to get in the car and buckle his own seatbelt. I ain't picking nobody up. I'm not doing it. I kind of feel like there are some gender roles we need to stick to. I feel like there are some things that we should not do. I'm not taking the trash can to the curb. I
Wait,
ain't
wait.
doing it. What you say, Tim?
Wait, wait.
I'm
I
not
definitely
doing.
believe in gender roles.
You traditional to the heart. I just think, okay, so what are those
Hey,
things? What are those
why
things
you
you can
get that
swap?
Baptist Pentecostal all that?
When you tell me what can be swapped, like what roles can be swapped that makes sense.
I just again I don't see it as black and white. I'm a believer that a woman can do anything a man can do, and when it comes to
I don't think so.
anything of the
Okay.
mind. Now there are physical things that men can do better than women, and then there's things
I
physically
think
women can do better than
I
men.
think here
But
as well.
when it comes to the mind, everybody can be equal if they are on the same level in the sense of intellect, education, or lack of thereof. You could be on the same level mentally, but if you can't pick up 50 pounds, I ain't mad at you for that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I can do that, of course. Now, so yeah, I
You
will
can do
pick.
that when you can pick up 50 pounds.
I'm a mow the lawn. I'm take the trash out. I could do that, but when I see a woman doing that, because that's what my mom did. My mom took the trash out, mowed the lawn, because
She didn't. It wasn't get
or
done.
she's not waiting on a man to do it.
No, that's not why she did it. That's not why she did it. No.
Do it.
No, that's not
So
why she did it. She didn't do it because that was point 0.5. Now, if that was part 2, he would have did that. Mom didn't do it because she wanted to.
But you cannot always count on somebody else to do something for you. I want a woman to be able to do something with or without me.
Not saying that that is the bane of her existence, that she has to. I'm not
Right.
saying that. I'm not saying she can't mow the lawn. I'm not saying that she can't rake up those leaves. I'm not saying that she can't get and do them gutters. I'm not saying that I can't pull a can. No, I didn't say no. No, I said that I don't want to. I want part 2.
Right.
Now can I?
That's
Can
the part.
can I? Yes, because guess what? Guess what? I'm single. I don't have a part 2. So guess what I'm gonna do tonight for trash tomorrow? I'm gonna pull that trash can out to the curb because I don't have part 2. But once I'm saying, once part 2 gets here, I'm hoping that that's one area where I'm like, whew, I got the dishes, babe. I did everything. I put all the trash together. Can you just I don't even think I should even have to ask to take the trash out after I've made sure the house is clean and I did what it's supposed to do, and I it's immaculate.
But
I don't even think that's
can
something
I
I
ask
should
you a
have to
question?
ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So if your part 2 comes and he has every other aspect that you're looking for, but he don't want to touch the trash, is that going to stop you from being with him?
No, because there may be a reason for him not touching the trash. That's not point blank. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Why?
No,
What's the reason?
I don't
Is he in
know.
a wheelchair? Is
Maybe,
he an
maybe he may have an allergy. Tiffany, if you're in a wheelchair, taking the trash out is easier.
Yes.
I can't with Tiffany. I can't.
I'm not
In
gonna
a
play.
wheelchair with them. He wouldn't have to do it still if he know your mind
Oh my God! But
and what you require. He's still gonna do it whether he in a wheelchair or not.
he was like, babe, I got it.
Oh,
he does it.
try to go on by
Oh,
yourself. I do. I got it.
Right, okay, but to answer your question, Justin, if, you know, he has everything else, but the trash may not be his thing, we could swap that. Because that means it just depends, because I don't know what that situation will be. I'm not gung-ho like it has to be this way. It has to, you know, no, absolutely not. But I do want that part too. I do, because there is security, there is companionship, there is partnership, there is love. There, all of that is bottled up and wrapped up in, you know, part one and part two, that man and that woman, those roles, and you define what those roles are.
As long as it gets done, I
it's
think
not.
but if it gets done, then it gets done, regardless.
Absolutely.
Of the roles and who does what and how you got to do it. You can't wear pants, you got to wear a dress. All those things has boxed us in as a society for so
Absolutely.
long.
And guess what? We gonna have children, and that's why we had them. Go take the trash out. I'm gonna teach you how to wash the dishes. Guess what? Me and you, we ain't doing nothing. See how we flipped that thing? We're not doing. We ain't doing nothing. We chilling with our drink. You know what I'm saying? But okay, let me hit these comments really, really quick. I think A1 the A-hole wants to tap in. Laugh out loud. That's from Felicia. A1 the A-hole says, I'm trying to tap in with you. Oh, we gotta hurry before Gavin Newsom stops outside dining. Felicia, you and A1 going out. Hey. Felicia said, listen, know thyself first and know your worth. That is absolutely true. A1 the A-hole says, speak into those women, Felicia. You tell them women what to do. Felicia says, I speak into everyone. That is what I'm here for, A1 to A-hole, not just for you. I think A1 to A-hole is like pushing her buttons. He flirting with her, but he not flirting with her. And then Sandy says, Eb, you are absolutely right. We need to stick to those gender roles. Hey, when? Sandy says, when? You are correct. A woman can't do anything a man can do, but if a man, I should not have to. But if she has a man, she should not have to. Felicia says, there is a difference between knowing your role and being equal. Good statement. Good statement. A1 that A-hole says, just follow Felicia on Instagram. She got darn fine. I cannot. Oh my gosh, Felicia says, thank you, A1. I mean, they for real having a conversation and dating in these comments. Jeez. Everyone else says, damn, you really helping the people. Make sure all y'all bring her on the next show. Win and Justin, you go look at Felicia Page. Them lips, red bone. I hood, she ain't crazy. But being on her, but she gonna be on the next show. You know what? I cannot. A1 A-hole. I cannot with him. Apparently, Win and Justin, please go check out Felicia Martin's page. She is a very beautiful woman. But oh my goodness, this is where we come to the end of the show. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you. Tiffany, thank you so much for talking with your girl tonight. I really appreciate you coming on. Win, thank you all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for staying up with me. I really appreciate you. I really, 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 really do. We're going to have to kick it. We're going to have to go out. We're going to have to do something. Tiff, we still got to go out. But okay, that's another. Justin, King Justin, I really appreciate you. You are always down to rock with your girl. I really appreciate you coming through. I appreciate the three of you guys hanging on Evolving with Ebony. To everyone, I ask that you please subscribe to this channel, the Split Three Ways channel. I ask that you turn on those notifications and follow me on social media platforms. I'm everywhere. Pick one. Which one? IG, I'm there. Facebook, I'm there. Twitter, I'm there. I even have a Snapchat. And I was chatting, y'all. I did a little chatting. I was in the building. I don't do a lot of social media, so when I was in there, I did like 4 or 5. I was just doing my thing. But follow me wherever you can. I am open to talk to you, to say hellos, follow your girl. And if you would like to support Evolving with Ebony, I have put the donation links in the description to go ahead and, make sure your girl stays on, okay? I put the Cash App down there and I put the Venmo. But I just want to say thank you to everyone in the comments. I really appreciate you guys rocking with me, rocking with Evolving with Ebony for an hour. I appreciate you all, and everyone have a good night. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And happy Thanksgiving if I don't see or text or talk to all of you all. Bye. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.